morning. Good morning. Good morning. Check, check, check. How we doing? Hello, audio. Looks like we're good. Okay, the camera was fucking with me for a while. Sorry I'm late. Corp call ran extremely long, extremely long. I'm still glitchy. Motherfuck. It's this camera. I know it's this fucking camera. Hold on. Bitch. Why does StreamYard want to be a little motherfucker right when we start talking about football? I have the definition down to 480p. If I go to 720, look what happens. Yeah, no, that's no good. Son of a bitch. Maybe I should just take the camera off. Hold on. How about now? We should just do this. Yeah, we should just do this. Okay, sorry. Check. All right, so we have professional microphone, non-professional camera. I don't know what's going on. I'm fucking frazzled today. All right, frazzled. It's a busy week. It's a lot going on. Stressful call in the morning, straight from Corp call and business into a board review. And yeah, I got the magazine open. I got it ready to go. I just want to address a couple comments. I don't know what everybody is talking about. Feel like we've been talking about the Big Ten the past 3 streams. That's what Crutchbet said too. False. Completely false. Shall I walk you? Shall I hold your hand like a child and walk you through what we talked about with the Big Ten? We didn't get anywhere. Because Cornfields threw a fucking temper tantrum and was like, how many subs to not talk about Big Ten? And I or Steak said 10, and then he gave us 10 subs, and we have to be a man of our word. And so we started talking about baseball. So we never really talked about Big Ten. We really just started getting it going. We got it like fluff. We blue balled Big Ten conversation. So now everybody's acting like, oh, we already talked about Big Ten. No, we haven't. We did one thing. We went through all the teams and we just did a trivia of, do you know who that quarterback is? That's it. We haven't talked. I want to get down to the nitty fucking gritty. I want to look at the schedule. This is what we're going to do. Okay. This is Penn State. Everybody familiar with Penn State? This is Penn State's section, okay? This is the Lindy Sports Magazine. I like the Lindy Sports Magazine. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can have your opinion. There is another popular magazine. I forget what it's called. I used to get both of them. I just can't read both magazines anymore. I don't know what happened. My brain is wearing down. I'm running out of time. You got edged. Exactly. College football is going to be so much fun this year. I love it. No, it's not Playboy. I'll be waiting all year long. Yep. Where is Steak? Nobody pays attention because Steak made it very clear he is on the road to Tampa. He's going to Tampa today for the Rays and White Sox game. Yeah, it is football season. PSU, we are. Oh God. I'm going to tell you right now. So last night, I started my Big Ten football research. That's the magazine DJ uses to hide the swimsuit issue. Very funny. I got to tell you, I'm out on Penn State. Everybody's in on Penn State. I'm not even trying to be a fucking cute contrarian. I'm just out. I'm going to tell you why I'm out. You ready for this? I'm going to tell you why I'm out. First and foremost, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm very sorry I'm late. Yep, you can hit me with the late allegations because they're not allegations today. They are facts. We're going to get into it. I mean, I think, look, at the end of the day, we can talk a little baseball. All right, we can talk baseball at the end of the stream. The system went 1-3 last night. All right. Now, I don't want to panic. Okay. I'm not going to panic. I'm going to try to be cool, calm, and collected here. But it was not a good day for the system. And really, I can't find a rhythm or a groove. The only thing I really got right was that maybe the Guardians are going to get hot. And to bet the Guardians last night. Guess what fucking jackass idiot moron forgot to bet the Guardians? Me. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. I did all the system bets. I made that stupid fucking graphic. And then I went, oh shit, I forgot to bet the Guardians. Let me go look at betting the Guardians. The game had already started. And they were like down 3-0 before I could blink. And I was like, well, maybe it's a good thing I didn't bet the Guardians. And they tied it up 3-3. And I was like, I'm just going to stay off. They fucking win 10-5. All right. The Rays lose yesterday. What are the Rays doing losing? Get their ass kicked to the White Sox. Give me a fucking break. Yankees are losing. The Red Sox lost. The Rays can't make any progress in the division. I need a moment. Okay. I need a moment. You know, I'm not a big mental health guy, but I'm nothing against it. If you guys need to take them, go ahead, do whatever the fuck you need to do. I'm taking a mental health break from baseball. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking a mental health break from baseball. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply whatever is left of my fucking beaten, battered, and bruised brain from concussions in football and working in a bar for 6 years. And I'm going to try to apply it to college football. Good chat, DJ. What's up, bad guy? DJ, I have a horrendous beat. Check out Christian Walker's double at his homer. All right. Baseball is crap until the playoffs. Yeah, well, listen, this is what we're going to do. You've thought before that you have been a part of DGen story time. Listen, I'm not going to give you stories that are just for entertainment. Okay, maybe they're not even entertaining. Maybe you hate them. That's fine. I'm not going to give you mindless stories. We're actually going to read a magazine, and a helpful magazine. All right, not a nudie magazine. And what we're going to do, if you're not familiar with this, there's basically sections. Okay, there's a section. There's 2 pages for every team that's worth a shit. No offense, Maryland. No offense, Nebraska. Okay, you got 1 page, but there's 2 pages. All right, you see how this is broken down? We're not going to read this. This is a good read, but we're not going to read this. Okay, we're going to read this. So here is where it's going to show you the returning starters. Then you're going to see the schedule. You see the schedule. And then you're going to see these 3 big questions. That's what we're going to do. Big questions. Okay. Oh, I lied. We're going to do this too. Big strengths, big weaknesses. Okay. House real big, car real big, everything real big. If you know good music, you know what song that is. If you don't, you're a fucking Gen Z motherfucker who has probably no taste in anything. So that's what we're going to do for Penn State. I've already read the first couple of teams in the Big Ten, but we're going to start over. All right. What's up, Slim Smith? Yes, Miss Lindy. Lippy. Were you a magazine guy back in the day or just downloaded videos? No, I was never really super into magazines. My dad did bust me one time, though, at a friend's house. He told me not to go to my friend Matt's house and watch Matt had a stash of like Playboys and stuff. What was the other one? Hustler. And he busted me. Yeah, me and a couple of the guys. How old was I? I don't think my parents were divorced yet, so I must have been like 10 or 11. We got into the nudie magazines. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. Okay, it's neither here nor there. Anyways, and what university are you alum of? Oh wow, you guys are really going at it in the chat today. This is great. Okay, big timers. There you go. You know ball. Yep, DGen pre-eating the porn will never not be funny. Yeah, I don't even know how we got in this topic. Oh, magazines. We're going to get right into it. We got no time to waste. I'm already late. We're behind the 8 ball. Oh, the DJ just say 8 ball? Yeah, funny. I called out that fucking cocaine joke before you guys could even get. By the way, shout out Snidesy for that video. That was a very funny video, and you got me good. I forgot all about that. All right, I forgot I'm good. You'd go to your bed. No, we didn't even crank hog. This was even before that. You just looked at porn magazines. Anyways, let's get locked in. Aimer 1 can vamp. That's a American vamp. American vamp with a 1. Yeah. Edging with the boys. Hey, man, I got to whack off. Can I stop by your house? Sure. All right. Anyways, here we go. Penn State. They're ranked number 2. All right. Is everybody paying attention? What's up, Nick Hennessy? Hi, how are you? Let's go to let's get the bets up. National championship. Penn State is plus 750 to win the national championship behind Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas. Texas is your leader at plus 550. To make the college football playoff, Penn State, yes, is minus 290. My bookie ate my homework. I swear. That's very funny. Win totals. The fuck is Big Ten? Hold on. Here it is. 10.5 over plus 104. Penn State really should win this. I mean, hit that bet. They really should hit that bet. Here are the primary strengths and weaknesses, okay, for Penn State. Strength. The offense has the best backfield in the country. That they do. I am a Singleton guy through and through. An experienced offensive line and 3 receivers from the portal. The defense continues to be the foundation with a standout pass rusher, run stopper, and a shutdown corner. They added one of the best coordinators in the game. That's right. Jim Knowles is now there. Potential problems. You ask people on the street, you would think that Penn State doesn't have any problems. Replacing a tight end with 104 catches and a defensive end with 23.5 tackles for loss will not be easy. This is the part. This is the part of the story, ladies and gentlemen, that I just don't understand, that nobody is talking about. You want to bet on a Penn State team without Abdul Carter, okay? Abdul Carter was probably one of the best defensive linemen that I've seen in my lifetime. Not saying of all time, I don't know. But I'm just saying in my lifetime, Abdul Carter was a freak. And you know what nobody is talking about? Nobody, not one fucking person is talking about missing Tyler Warren. And you're going to tell me, I know exactly what you're going to tell me. You're going to tell me, oh, DGen, it doesn't matter because they got all these receivers. Okay, sure. I don't know who the fuck Trevor Penna is. Okay. Says he played 5 seasons at Syracuse. I don't know who Kyron Hudson is from USC. I don't know who Devontae Ross is from Troy. But everybody's just acting like these guys are going to come in and then all of a sudden Drew Aller is going to know how to throw to wide receivers. That's what we're talking about. Drew Aller, did you know in the last 3 years, not one wide receiver from Penn State had more than 21 catches? So all of a sudden, Drew Aller is going to know how to throw deep bombs like Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. That's what's going to happen all of a sudden? I don't know. I don't know. Not so fast, my friends. 3 big questions. What impact will Jim Knowles make? Listen, I'm good with Jim Knowles. Like, I like that hire. So I like that hire. Good hire. You're telling me that, so Jim Knowles comes in here and he says, Penn State has what it takes to win a national championship just based off the roster. Okay. Fine. Will the wide receivers be better? Yeah, obviously, because how the fuck could you get any worse? You didn't have any wide receivers. Can Penn State end its title drought? I don't think so. Yeah, Drew Aller does not fuck. Yeah. So this is the thing. They are returning a lot of people on their offensive line. Their left tackle, their left guard, their center, and their right tackle are returning. That's big. I'll tell you what I love when I do college football research. I love seeing the interior of an offensive line or a defensive line returning. I think that's very important. So this is very important. No, you didn't, Indy Snowman, but we'll power through. I'm already late. I'm frazzled at a fucking very stressful corp call and a lot of things going on right now, but I'm going to do my damn best. Thanks for hanging out. No Steak today. He's got some corp shit to do before he heads down to Tampa to go to the Rays game. You want me to be real with you for a second, though? Something that I really do like about Penn State. I love Nick Singleton. I think he's a great college football quarterback. I really do. All 3 new wide receivers. Kyron Hudson from USD. Trevor Penna from Syracuse. Devontae Ross from Troy. Okay. All right. If you guys are going to act like all of a sudden Drew Aller's got 3 wide receivers and that means that he's going to rip and he's going to be great, go all in on Penn State. I don't know if Drew Aller's that guy, frankly. Franklin. Fucking loser that guy is. But if you think that's your guy, go ahead. Aller, 262 completions, 394 attempts. Not very good. 8 interceptions, 24 touchdowns, 3,300 yards. When I watched Penn State last year, there was one guy and one guy only that stood out doing anything when the ball was in the air, and that's Tyler Warren. He's gone. Matt Gauthier with a sub bank. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I don't know, but listen to the schedule. All right, this is the schedule. I'll read that comment in a second, Crezo. You open up with 3 fucking cupcakes. Don't you just love how the Big Ten does this? It used to be Michigan for 4 years until I made a TikTok video about it, and someone probably saw it and was like, hey, we should play real teams in the first 4 games. Like, this just blows my mind. This blows my mind. And it will never not blow my mind. For as long as I live, it will not blow my mind that you get 12 college football games and you have like a fourth of them that are just total waste of time. Championship with the QB was very poor throwing the football. Fair enough. It's a good point. Special K, very good. August 30th, Nevada. September 6th, FIU. September 13th, Villanova. You heard that right. I didn't even know Villanova had a football team. Did you guys know that? Ball State, Indiana State are not waste of time. Starting 4-0. Well, I mean, listen. This is crazy. It's low-key all about money, sure. Let me just explain something to you guys, okay? Nevada, FIU, Villanova, then a bye week, then Oregon at home. Here's what I want to know. Who does Penn State have blackmail on at the college football scheduling committee? Huh? Who? Who fucked who and has pictures of who? Horton, here's a who. I will Dr. Seuss the shit out of you right now. Who? Let me read you that schedule one more time. Nevada, FIU, Villanova, bye week, Oregon. Does this not make, like, seriously, does this not make people upset? Don't sleep on FIU. Hilarious. Well, I'm not blaming Drew Aller, Easy Puck. I'm blaming the system. Don't the schools decide who they play for non-conference games? Yeah. This is pathetic. Unk, every team does this. Sports clown. No, they don't. Yeah, well, Easy Puck, it doesn't matter. 5 years ago, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. To start your season with 3 games like this. Also, to say every team does this is absolute blasphemy. Hey, do me a favor. Go look at Notre Dame's schedule. Can you go look at Notre Dame's schedule? Go look at their first 2 weeks at Miami and then Texas A&M. Fuck, I'll even give credit where credit's due. How about Ohio State? Ohio State opening the year with Texas. Huh? Some of us start the year with yeah, now, Special K, you can start talking like that after last year. Yeah, exactly. Oh, who cares? Who cares? Why is that even relevant? That has nothing to do. This is silly. What are we even talking about them being independents? If playing actual football teams in the first fucking 3 weeks, 4 weeks, because you got to buy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Finally, even school, not even just Notre Dame, Ohio State, Michigan. This is pathetic. Everyone has money games. I understand that, but like, you don't want to spread them out. Nevada, FIU, Villanova. Brother, why are you playing Villanova? What a waste of time. What a waste of money. What a waste of everything. Who in their right fucking mind is going to spend money? Why would anybody spend money to go to a Villanova Penn State game? What a waste of jet fuel. I'm not even here. I'm not even Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not even going to hit you with fucking any of the climate stuff. But I'm just saying, you guys don't look at a college football schedule of a team and a brand that we should take seriously. And this doesn't bother you? We're just not cut from the same cloth. I'm sorry. Don't sleep on Nevada. Fine. If you want to tell me not to sleep on Nevada, fine. What's up, Get Busy Dizzy? Villanova goes far in FCS playoffs every year. Look at Georgia's out-of-conference schedule. Sports Clown, I'm talking about the first 4 weeks. They're in the same state. Very funny. Butts fuel. Give me the 4 cupcake games to warm up for Oregon. Crazy. Anyways. After Oregon, you go to UCLA. Okay. You got to go cross country after Oregon. Okay, fine. Come back home, you get Northwestern at Iowa. And then a bye week before Ohio State. All right. I just hate teams that get fucking patty cake to start the year. Oh, tune up. You get like 3 exhibition games and a bye week to get rested before you play your biggest game. Like, I mean, that's just so stupid. Anyways, Michigan State, Indiana at home, then Michigan State on the road, then Nebraska at Rutgers. Okay. Penn State not doing it for me. But with that schedule, everything lines up in their favor. Losses to good teams. It doesn't benefit programs to schedule tough mashups out of conference. Yeah, I get that. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Because, honestly, why even play an out of conference schedule? Remember after COVID or during COVID, when everybody just played teams in their conference? That was pretty cool. I thought that was really cool. 12 teams allow for 2 losses as long as you have a strong SOS. Penn State fraud check week 5 at UCLA. Yep. They will go 10-2 or 11-1 and then get fraud checked around 1. Yep. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Ohio State. Here's Ohio State. 3rd. Ranked 3rd. Primary. So from what I've gathered, okay, it sounds like Ohio State's roster last year was one of the best college football rosters of all time. From what I have gathered, people are looking at Penn State to essentially be last year's Ohio State. Yes, Lindy's mag. So people are saying like Penn State has Ohio State's roster this year. They've got speedy wide receivers. They've got great running backs. They've got a great offensive line, and they have a nasty defense. And you've got Jim Knowles. Okay, I get it. I get all of that. I'm not in on James Franklin. I'm not in on Drew Aller. And I'm not in on missing Tyler Warren and Abdul Carter. No para me on Penn State. Julian Sayin is apparently the guy to watch for this team. I don't know anything about him. Transfer from Bama. Primary strengths. Smith is college football's best wide receiver, and Ohio State has plenty of other offensive playmakers. The defensive back 7 also be one of the nation's best. It's so hard to read this. I mean, this font is like so fucking tiny. Sorry. I don't even know. Blue light glasses aren't helping too. I'm such an idiot. The Buckeyes have elite talent at just about every position. This is tough. I should have got the PDF version. Ohio State doesn't have the experience it did last year, particularly behind center, as none of its quarterbacks have ever started a game. The Buckeyes lost most of their top leaders from 2024. It is unclear who will step up beyond Styles and Downs. Top newcomer. Who is that guy? Max Clare. Put your normal glasses on. I don't have any. Emerging star. Jermaine Matthews. Most valuable player. I'll tell you what. Let me get a cough drop real quick. My throat is already getting dry. This happens when you rip fucking cigarettes at the Mets game. These are the best. You guys ever had these? These are the best cough drops. Not at Citi Field. Sorry. That's also what happens when you blast gator tails. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Here's the big questions for Ohio State. Good morning, by the way, if you're just joining us. We're previewing the Big Ten. I'm having a tough time reading because I didn't realize. I don't know. For some reason, you know what it is? I know exactly what it is. It's dark over here. It's dark. Like I got this I have this light. This light does absolutely nothing. Like all it does is light up here. It does nothing down here. Okay. Cool light. Cool looking light. But like down here, it is dark and hell is hot. Shout out DMX, RIP. I'm having a tough time reading this because it's dark. This is when I go to a restaurant, it's dark sometimes, and I have to read the menu. I do this, and my wife gets so embarrassed. All right. Let's get back to business. 3 big questions for Ohio State. Will Julian Sayin, all I can think of, did anybody watch Dragon Ball Z? Can't remember the last time a team overachieved with a freshman QB. Can someone remind me? Did anybody watch Dragon Ball Z? Anytime I hear Julian Sayin, I think of like a Super Saiyan. It's good show back in the day. I wasn't like super into anime and stuff, but I liked it. Yeah, Sayin has been viewed as Ohio State's next great quarterback from the moment he transferred from Alabama. He completed 5 of 12 passes. Sick. He's a naturally gifted passer who can make just about any throw. They are returning their center and their right guard. That's it. Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. Yikes. There's a lot of Ohio State fans in this chat. A lot of Ohioans. You guys nervous? You're missing a lot. Only bringing back 3 starters on defense? Caleb Downs. Yep, Caleb Downs is back. He's a junior free safety. Davison, I don't know how to say that last name. Sonny Styles, cool name. Cool name. Jeremiah Smith, we have the best 2 players in the country on both sides of the ball. Who's going to throw Jeremiah Smith the ball? Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what their odds are. Ohio State, 10.5, overs plus 105. College football playoff. Ohio State, minus 320 to make the playoff. Plus 650 to win it all. Is anybody betting on them? Let's look at their schedule. They have Texas, week 1. Respect to playing a real team early in the season. Oh, Special K, you're right. Oh, my God. They have Matt Patricia as defensive coordinator. Oh, my God. Brian Hartline's their offensive coordinator. You're a better QB than Howard? No, I'm not. My phone is about to die. Can you wait on IU for like 15 to 20 minutes? Yeah. Whose phone's about to die at 10:46 in the morning? You don't sleep with that shit charged? I know that it was a spree game, but Sane looked plenty capable. Really? Texas TTO ladder. It's going to be a similar year to CJ Stroud's first year. No defense, all offense. 10-2 at best. Yeah, I think not a lot of returning guys here. Buckeyes, not a lot of returning guys, and you have Matt Patricia as defensive coordinator. For those reasons, I might be out on the Buckeyes. But I don't really know what that means. Like, what does it mean to be out on the Buckeyes, you know? I don't know that I don't have the balls to fade them. Can't take an Ohio State under win total. Come on, I'm not that fucking stupid, you know? So what do? You just leave them alone? But we always have the talent. Yeah, you do. Kind of think so as well. I think I like Texas week 1. Texas, Grambling. Ooh, that's fun. Grambling. 1 letter away from gambling. Ohio, then a bye week at Washington, Minnesota, at Illinois. You take OSU versus Texas week 1. What does that say? And make coin. DGen on Texas. Wait a minute, Snowman, you're saying you're going to be taking Ohio State? Known Bucks hater. It's just a fact. Do they have a line out for that game already? They sure do. It's 3. At Illinois. Ooh, then at Wisconsin. Back-to-back road games. I don't think Penn State's doing that. Then a bye week, then Penn State at home. Then at Purdue. UCLA at home. Rutgers at home, at Michigan. Guys, that's not an easy schedule. You got Texas week 1. At Washington is just an unfamiliar place. At Wisconsin. After you play Illinois. At Illinois and at Wisconsin. Back-to-back weeks. One game could get weird. Penn State at home. At Michigan. Texas. At Illinois and Wisconsin. Penn State at home. At Michigan. Do I need to take Ohio State under wins? This is all with Matt Patricia, 7 returning starters, and a new quarterback. Do I have to? Yes, please do it. Just win the national championship, Sports Clown, doesn't really mean all that much in college football. They lost 15 starters, you know? It's like, it's not an entirely new team, but it's a lot. Steak, Ohio State under? What do you think? Ohio State losing 2 of those games. I kind of think so too. Why are you saying that Ohio State's going to beat Texas? I was going to say I like Texas. I'm not a fucking Sarkisian guy though. Sarkisian, whatever. The fuck face on August 30th at 11 a.m. will have you regretting the face fuck. Will have you regretting that under, and I can't wait. Huh. I gotta tell you, I might want to fade. I might want to fade Ohio State. Nobody's talking me off of it, except people that are Ohio State fans. Is anybody fading Ohio State this year? Didn't mean to reply to Steak. Dude, this is what I'm thinking. DJ, fading Ohio State gonna turn them into a dynasty. Texas face fucked Michigan last year, and Michigan owns OSU, so do with that what you will. Can't talk Buckeyes without beef. What good is talking any of Beef's favorite teams? This guy lives on fucking is Captain Delusional. He thinks the Twins are good. He thinks the fucking what other stupid teams does he like? I can't remember. That's that absolutely pointless. Isn't Patricia a better D coordinator than head coach? Kind of like Flores? Yeah, I guess so. I might need to make OSU a massive play. Everyone is on Texas. Not listening to Buckeyes fans, but we'll listen to a Michigan fan. Let me in this chat. Dude, are you nervous? I mean, I'm pointing out legitimate reasons. You got Matt Patricia. You lost your defensive coordinator, who Jim Knowles was a good defensive coordinator. You're missing 15 starters from last year. You're missing the majority of your offensive line. You have a fresh quarterback. You're turning your center. That's important. I know how good Jeremiah Smith is. I understand that. And then on defense, bro, you got all new defensive linemen. Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs are good. I'm just saying. Defensive strategy is whole teams to field goal, bend, don't break. Why is everyone acting like Arch is Peyton already? Because he plays against, because people were also kind of out on Chip Kelly last year when he stepped in as OC and he fared well. Good point. Yeah, I fucking hate Matt Patricia. Okay, that's a strong word. I do not like him at all. All right, not in on Penn State. Might be out on Ohio State. Next team. Where do you all stand on the Oregon Ducks? Okay. Everybody see this? I don't know what that name says. Ukulele? Mateo Ukulele? Any relation to DJ? Oregon is ranked according to this magazine as the 7th best team in the nation. Let's pull up their lines real quick. 11-1 to win the championship. Ooh, 10.5 win total for Oregon too. How many of these teams in the Big Ten are going to win 11 games? One of them has to. Dante Moore, I'm indifferent on. Yeah. I'm out on Illinois. Everyone is glazing them. Yeah, I know. I kind of like Illinois too. Oregon to make the playoff. Minus 245. It's lower than Ohio State, and that's lower than Penn State. Ohio State 320. Penn State 290, Oregon minus 245. Is that an indicator? Is that a sign? Should we be fading the Ducks this year? I could talk myself into fading the Ducks this year. Steak kind of put me on Dan Lanning being a bit of a goober. I'll be back after this client meeting at 11 to discuss Iowa. Okay, we'll see you then. Let me try to get some light on this magazine so I can read it. It's very difficult to read this tiny font in a dark place, okay? Are we assuming Ryan Day is a high-level coach now after that run? I'm not, but I get he has to deserve some respect. He warrants some respect, unfortunately, because I'm not a Ryan Day guy. My wife asked me the other day. She said, "Oh, you see all these grays?" She's like, "Your beard's getting really gray." I was like, "Yeah, that's what happens when you get old." And she was like, "Are you going to do anything about it?" And I was like, "No." Absolutely not. And I realized the main reason why I would never use Just for Men is because of Ryan Day. Because Ryan Day, his beard color looks so artificial and so fake that because of him, he's Just for Men's worst nightmare. I will never be a client. I will never use it because when I look at Ryan Day, I can't stop looking at how fake his beard color is. And I know that there's reports out there that says he's never used Just for Men. Miss me with that shit. All right. Primary strength for the Ducks. They're massive in the trenches and tall and lean on the outside. At the very least, they'll look the part. That's all we ever hear with Oregon. All we ever hear with Oregon. They're going to look the part. I'm starting to get sick of Oregon. And I want to like Oregon. I love ducks in general, like actual ducks. The school seems fun. You know, Oregon seems like a beautiful state. I've never been. All they ever do is look the part. Inexperience and primary problems. Inexperience in addition to key transfers. Oregon has stacked school best recruiting classes on top of each other. And that culmination, little Drake joke, reaches the playing field this year. The Ducks are likely to start numerous first or second year players in 2025 and will rely on countless others for depth. Okay. Well, returning starters, it says 3 offense and 3 defense. Here are the emerging stars. Most valuable player, Mateo Ugalele, defensive lineman. Kenyan Sadiq, tight end. Isaiah World. That's a fucking fun name. Isaiah World. Never heard of this guy in my life. The nation's top portal player for most of the cycle. The Ducks may be replacing a first-round pick, Josh Connerly, with another in World. Projected left tackle. Oh, he's from Nevada. The fuck did Nevada get? One of the best tackles in the country. Connor Chiote. I never said that. Now it's time for 3 big questions. And then we'll go over the schedule. What lessons did the coaches learn from the playoff debacle? Oh, yeah, they got their ass kicked by Ohio State. Ugh. Is Dante Moore ready to lead the Ducks to big things? 5-star talent who arrived with much fanfare from UCLA last year is the heir apparent. Is it heir apparent? Heir apparent? I think I said that word wrong. He was, after all, inconsistent as UCLA starter as a freshman. Okay. They are returning their center, and they are returning wide receiver Evan Stewart. He's a senior. Defense. They're returning defensive end, linebacker. Well, that's good. Not much else on the secondary. Doing well, thanks. A little frazzled coming into the stream, trying to read in a dark place. It's not great in my eyes or my head, but I'm trying. 2025 schedule. You got Montana State opener. Then you have Oklahoma State. Then you have at Northwestern. Then you have Oregon State. Then you have Penn State. One, two, three, four, five. 5 straight weeks of playing football with no bye week. Yeah. Well, you got Oregon State at home. That's going to be like prime look ahead, right? Oregon State at home before Penn State. That's going to be too obvious of a look ahead. That's what I think. Oregon under everything, maybe. Then you have Indiana after a bye week after Penn State, not before Penn State. Okay. I guess fucking Oregon didn't suck off the right people at the fucking scheduling department. Then they got to go. Well, actually, this is not easy. You go at Penn State, then you go back home, then you go to Rutgers, which is all the way on the East Coast, obviously. Then you go back home for Wisconsin. Then you go to Iowa, Minnesota, USC, and then at Washington. It's not a very hard schedule. They don't have to play Ohio State or Michigan. I was thinking about fading. I was thinking about fading Oregon, but now I don't know. That schedule is so easy. You know? I mean, Iowa, are they going to slip up at Iowa? USC at home, Indiana at home. If they go to Penn State and beat Penn State, I mean, this I don't know. Why are they only minus 245 to make the playoff? Here's one I really want to talk about. Michigan. I really want to talk about Michigan. Well, I'm going to get some more water. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a piss too. I think is not beating Penn State. LOL. Why would they? Well, what's the spread going to be on that game? Penn State -6. You know, why would you say that? Anything can happen. Can it? Anything can happen. You tell me a 6-point underdog can't win in the Big Ten? I think they probably could. All right, we're going to keep previewing the Big 12. We're going to get into Michigan and some of the smaller schools. Illinois. No offense to Indiana calling you a smaller school, but you know what I mean. Michigan and some of the smaller schools. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a piss and get some water. I missed, man? You know what I missed more than anything? Hold on. There it is. You know what I missed more than anything? I just missed the shit talk. But I gotta be I can't. I'm not a Ryan Day guy. I never really been a Ryan Day guy, but I what else am I gonna say? Like, the guy proved me wrong. That's the one thing that I still think that you can appreciate about me is that I will, when I'm wrong, I'll have a take, but when I'm wrong, I'll own up to it and I'll respect the team or the player or the coach that proved me wrong. Sean Payton, I was never the biggest Sean Payton guy. After what he just did, how can I continue to sit here and criticize Sean Payton as being a Drew Brees merchant? You know, it's hard for me to do those things. But yeah, just say that Day still somehow lost to Davis Warren to fire back for the no. Would never get a beer with Ryan Day. Decent coach, though. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, here's a fun one. You have to get a beer with either Ryan Day or James Franklin. Probably Day. Yeah. Day. James Franklin is just doesn't he like not curse either? That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah. Is a brother? What does that mean? Here's a tougher one. Beer with Sarkisian or Scott Frost? Well, listen, I think Sarkisian's a massive dweeb. But doesn't he party? What's up, Quantitative? He has to see his coach's wives. Who did? James Franklin? I think Sarkisian parties. Oh, he's sober now. Scott Frost bangs college chicks after he gets a few in him. Does he really? Is that a thing? James Franklin asked to see his coach's wives. That's weird. All right. If you're just tuning in, good morning. Sorry. A little bit of a bumpy start here. I was late, straight from a corp call that went very long. I'm also kind of starving. I only had 2 eggs for breakfast. I didn't have a piece of toast or anything, so I'm running out of cows. I'm running low. Oh, I just got a cup of tea. We are on Michigan. You know what? I should get my So I think I've already told you guys, but I got this Oura ring to track my sleep, and I got banged up on Sunday. Yesterday, I got some great sleep. I slept. This is crazy. 9 hours and 16 minutes. I slept yesterday. It's got to be a record. Sleep score at 92. Readiness 92. Although I have something says it, my biometrics says something straining my body to pay attention. I might be getting sick. I hope not, but I might be. Is anything going around out there? Are people getting sick? All right, let's talk Michigan. Most valuable player. Rod Moore, safety. Emerging star. Jordan Marshall. I don't know who any of these guys are. Bryce Underwood, QB. The number 1 overall recruit. Okay. Let me tell you where I stand on Michigan. All right. As a Notre Dame fan, obviously, I don't like Michigan. Okay. They're a rival. But I've always maintained the stance. Ann Arbor and Michigan probably look like a pretty cool school to go to. All right. Like my most of my hatred for Notre Dame rivals goes to USC. Michigan, like, I kind of like some of the history. I've liked some of the players. But like they've had a hilarious trend of hiring bozo coaches. Lloyd Carr. But was it Brady Hoke? There's one more too that I'm forgetting. But anyways, Rich Rodriguez. Gotta love Rich Rod. Jim Harbaugh was the man. Great coach. It was Michigan's year. It was always Michigan's year. It felt like Michigan's year. I had one sneak nuke on Michigan. I did not take them in the championship. I did take them to beat Alabama. Got hairy. Shout out Steak. Steak won a teacher's salary on Michigan last year. He went to the game. It was great. Good for him. But I said last year that I maintain this stance. I did not care for Sherrod Moore's post-game interview when he filled in for Harbaugh and he coached the Penn State game, and they beat Penn State, and he was like crying. "This is for you, coach." I get it. You want to get emotional. Whatever. What's that Rodney Dangerfield quote? There's no crying in baseball. I mean, look, you can cry. I don't care. I didn't criticize Caleb Williams for crying. Doesn't bother me. But I think Sherrone Moore just strikes me as a guy that's like, yeah, he's probably good to have on your staff, but like as a head coach, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. He doesn't give me head coach vibes. Seems like a nice guy to have on your staff. But he does that. He cries. It's also like you just ran the ball like 50 times. JJ McCarthy. Ooh, JJ McCarthy. What do you do? Would he have 6 passes? He just ran the ball for 5 yards a carry. What did you really even have to do? You Drew Aller, you had James Franklin on their side. You went in there, you ran the ball 50 times. Good job. What are you crying? Crying for your coach because he got suspended for cheating. Yeah. Nobody hands the ball off better than JJ. That's right. But I want to explain something. There are guys at the end of the day. Michigan always has dudes. They have dudes on the defensive side of the ball, and they always got guys that I respect, and their offensive linemen. Honestly, some of their receivers too. And their running backs. And their tight ends. They've got guys. They recruit well. I like Jabril Peppers. I really did. Going into last season, I did not like Michigan because I wasn't a Sherrone Moore guy. Kev, shout out Kev, smart guy, ginormous homer, said that the roster's loaded. They'll be fine. They were not fine. That was a bad year for Michigan, but they did end the season on a high note. I like that. So what I'm going to tell you is this. I'm going into this season optimistic about Michigan, open-minded, okay? And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, DGen, the Pickett guys are Michigan men. Are you just being nice to Michigan because they're a paying sponsor? No. I never do such a thing, okay? If I had to tell you the truth, and if Michigan was just complete, total ass and a pathetic product on the football field, I'm going to tell you that because you probably already know anyway. However, I already just want to nip in the butt the Corp being bought off accusations right now because I already see them. Corporate goon bond paper. I know they're going to come at some point, but that's where I'm at with Michigan. Hate Michigan, Notre Dame fan, respect Michigan. Fine with them winning the championship, even though they cheated. No big deal. Everybody cheats. It's just about who gets caught. Patriots cheated, Wolverines, according to Lindy's, are 16th. Fucking having a hard time here. 16th. Not compromised. Very funny. How many Hoosiers games are you hitting up this season? But their schedule, they should make the playoff. All right. I ate a fucking piece of pita bread and some tzatziki while I took my bathroom break and made my tea, and I feel like I have it like stuck in my throat. I'm like trying to like get it down there. That's a bad stream today, but we're pushing through. 9.5 wins over plus 138. You like Michigan and you want to know what they are to make the playoff, they're plus 210 to make the playoff. I ain't going all in on that. Okay. 3 big questions. Will Bryce Underwood start right away at quarterback? What kind of stupid-ass question is that? After signing the number 1 overall recruit in the 2025 class, Michigan went out and got former Fresno State QB Mikey Keene to compete with him. And new OC Chip Lindsey spent time together at UCF, but Keene's undisclosed injury in spring ball set him back, allowing Underwood to take the lead in the quarterback battle. Underwood may be young and inexperienced, but he has all the physical tools and many of the mental ones. It's got to be Underwood, right? Mikey Keene is solid. He could easily start. Really? Interesting. Yeah, Michigan, Patriots, Astros. Exactly. Everybody cheats. What will the offense look like? Michigan is thought to be an old school smash mouth football team, but Sharon Moore brought in former North Carolina offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey to oversee the unit. Though Moore promises his team will still smash players. He believed to be in more 3 receiver sets and often 70-yard bombs. Okay. As a Fresno guy, keen as ass. Bummy, thanks. How good might the defense be? It's the 5th year of the scheme and the 2nd year with Wink Martindale, the OG of the system. After a rocky start to 2024, the defense was stellar, holding Ohio State to 10 points and Alabama to 13. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about that. I forgot about that. I got to read that again. After a rocky start, the defense was stellar, holding Ohio State to 10 points. Holding Ohio State to 10 points and Alabama to 13. Defense, bringing back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starters. Offense, you're bringing back the tight end, the left tackle, the left guard, and the center. Pretty good, but everybody else is new. Fuck. Sorry. Once I start sneezing, I have a hard time stopping. Okay. I gotta tell you, I mean, right off the bat, I kind of like that. Does anybody else? I mean, 9.5 wins. Can Michigan win 10 games? Doing decent against New Mexico State says nothing. I like this bummy guy. Realistic fan. I'm a sucker for a realistic fan. The front 7 defensively is primarily the strength of this team. But the defense will need much more from a rebuilding offense so it doesn't get worn out. Problems. In what fans hope will be the end of Connor Stalions' scouting debacle, Moore will be suspended for the first 2 games. The sanction was imposed by the school. Though the offense can't really go anywhere but up, 129th in the country. There are still some questions about the passing game, pass protection, and receiving core. Yeah. I think Emiliano Grillo wins the 3M. That is completely irrelevant, but we will talk about that at some point. New Mexico opener at Oklahoma, Central Michigan, at Nebraska. Now, this is a fucking schedule. This is a schedule. I respect this. Seriously, I respect the shit out of this. In the month of September, you get 12 games. Teams go an entire month not playing a real fucking opponent. Penn State. They got some solid road games. I think the offense will be the biggest thing because everyone knows the Big Ten defense can lock in. So it's just how far can the offense get them? Yeah. Running back Justice Haynes is a junior. Donovan McCulley. Samaj Morgan. Who's the tight end? Do we know anything about Marlon Klein? He's a senior. At Oklahoma, at Nebraska, Wisconsin at home. They do have a bye after Nebraska before they play Wisconsin. Then they play Wisconsin at home. They go at USC. They come back home. They play Washington. Then they got to go on the road to Michigan State, play Purdue at home. So the schedule softens up, but still they have 3 road games in 4 weeks and no bye before Ohio State. They have 3 road. Oh, they have a bye week in there, so that's good. Back-to-back road games before you play Ohio State. I got to tell you right now, this is one of the most respectable Michigan schedules I've seen in a very long time. And for that, I would like to credit my TikTok video. And you can say I had no impact. I would say nobody else raised awareness. That's how you make change. You raise awareness. I raised awareness on how unfair it was that Michigan was literally not... They were not having to fucking sleep in another in a hotel for the first 5 weeks of the season, and they weren't even playing legitimate opponents for 5 weeks. Tune up. You know, That's a hard schedule. Wisconsin's going to be bad. It's a hard schedule. I mean, you can say what you want about Nebraska, but like going to play at Nebraska is not easy, right? At USC, Wisconsin at home, then you go to USC, then you come home to play Washington, then you go to play Michigan State, still a rival. Snowman, who cares? Like Sherrone Moore being suspended is more relevant than fucking Emiliano Grillo winning the 3M in a conversation right now. I don't think road games in CFB are ever easy. Yeah, true. True. What are we laughing about, Risings? Did I say something stupid? I don't know, man. This is gonna have to be a prove it year for Sherrone Moore. I'll tell you that much. And I know he's suspended 2 weeks. Don't fucking matter. But like, you'll deserve some. I'll give you some credit if you can win 9 games. I don't know if I can bet they're over though. Would benefit them. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know that Sherrone Moore really has that much of an impact on the game. That's my point. If it was fucking Jim Harbaugh, yeah, I'd probably think about it maybe a little bit more. Not gonna lie, people are sleeping on Washington because that's a tough place to play. Yeah, but they get Washington at home. Road games: Oklahoma, Nebraska, USC, Michigan State, Northwestern, Maryland. Like 3 of those are pretty tough. Home games: Wisconsin, Washington, Ohio State. That's the first time in my life I've ever seen Michigan have 6 road games. I don't think I'm a better gambler than anybody. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Are you paying any attention to fucking Big Ten right now? Or are you just fucking slap dicking off in this classroom? I like Michigan. Maybe I'm just going to take them like game by game. Think you're a better gambler than Prime? I don't know. I mean, Prime's hit a fucking 6-leg parlay this year. I haven't hit shit. Actually, I did hit one parlay. Michigan over 6.5 conference wins. Ooh. Yeah. Here's what I got to know though. Can somebody tell me anything about Bryce Underwood? Like, do you really know? Can he throw the ball? Let's do something real quick. I know what we're going to do. I'm going to look at Bryce Underwood highlights real quick. Did Michigan already have their spring game? Yeah, of course. It's not fucking spring anymore. Pretend I never asked that question. All right, hold on. Here's... I don't know if I can play this for you without getting in trouble. See some Bryce Underwood. Oh, I mean, this is a college quarterback. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. How does that make a highlight reel? What is that? How does that even make a highlight reel? He threw the ball fucking 1 yard. Give me a break. What are we doing here with this fucking highlights? That's not a highlight. What are we doing here? These are not highlights, for the love of God. Give me a fucking highlight. Let me see this guy make a throw. I mean, this is the problem, though. This is the problem. This kid can run. This kid can run. Yeah, Andrew Schuler, you know ball. Okay, roll out. I mean, this dude is just, all he's doing is passing 2 and 3 yards. That's it. You don't have to throw downfield. Let me see you fucking throw downfield. It's crisp, though. It was crisp. He was bad in the spring game. See, this is what you need right here. Yeah. He can run, huh? He's just more athletic than everyone. Yeah. Yeah, I mean this is the problem, but I understand. You're right. It's high school. It's high school people. It's high school people. Hmm. Okay. I'm out. I can't watch one more fucking wide receiver fucking. I can't. No, I can't do that. How does anybody think that these are fucking highlights? Who made this stupid video? Oh, here we go. Here's a. I just fast forwarded randomly. All right, that's a good ball. That was a good ball. Threw it downfield. Let's see if he throws another one downfield. Let's go. Yeah, not bad. Okay. All right. Okay. I like Michigan. Next one up. Illinois. We're going to go rapid fire on some of these here pretty soon. 17th ranking. 3 big questions. How healthy will the running back room be? There's no shortage of talent, but Caden Fegan and Aiden Laherty have battled various injuries dating back to high school. If healthy, they could be a nice 1-2 punch. Okay. They're returning 7 defensive starters and 9 offensive starters. Is this why everybody likes Illinois? Is this why? It's got to be. It might be why everyone likes Illinois. I mean, hand up. Steak and I are on that bus. We like Illinois. 5-1 to make the playoffs. Let's go to the win totals real quick. Illinois. 8.5 wins. All right. So you need 9 wins on the schedule. Unders -188. Fuck. You know, I took 2 -188 bets last year and they both hit. Maybe it's a sneaky under for Illinois. I mean, that's a. I wonder what the opener was. Did it get steamed up? People got to be in on this team, right? If they're returning that many people. Here's what you need to know for Illinois. Most valuable player, Luke Altmaier. Emerging star, Xavier Scott. He would have likely been a 2025 draft pick, but instead returned after a senior season or for a senior season. Okay. And then Hudson Clement. I mean, that guy looks like he fucking is a shithead just like Shady Beef. Can't take that guy seriously. He began his career at home, West Virginia, as a walk-on wide receiver, turned into the team's top option. Oh, interesting. Top option, West Virginia wide receiver. I don't know. That does anything for me. What kind of impact does the defensive line transfer make? Oh, do the defensive line transfers make? Kurt Neal was productive at Wisconsin last season. Tomiwa Doyajaya has talent but bounced around for a bit. This group is intriguing. Can Cole Rusk be the dynamic tight end the Illini need? The Illini. They ended the year winning a bowl game, and they won 3 straight games to close out the year. Granted, not against anybody worth a shit. Look at the schedule this year. Western Illinois is at home. Illinois, sorry. At Duke, Western Michigan, at Indiana. Well, you know what I like about this team? They play, holy shit. Am I reading this right? They play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games with no bye week. Ooh. Did you guys just hear that? I want to make sure you just heard that if you're betting on Illinois this year. That's not good. Nobody in college football does that. Everybody gets a bye week after like week 4 or 5. Western Illinois, at Duke, Western Michigan, at Indiana, USC at home, at Purdue, then Ohio State before you get a bye. More favors for Ohio State and Penn State. Oh, here, when you go play fucking Illinois, it'll be after 6 straight games. When are you getting to the horseshoe for a game? I don't know. I'd like to go. Straight up, I'd rather go to Michigan, I think, before I go to Columbus. I've been to Columbus. I stopped there. No beef. Columbus was great. But I think I'd rather experience. Is that a bad take? I'd rather experience the big house in Ann Arbor before I experience the horseshoe in Ohio State. Is that a bad football fan take? You tell me. I'd love to come to Nebraska for a game. That looks awesome. I thought Nebraska was in Omaha for a very long time. Turns out it's in Lincoln. Big house is awesome. It seems awesome. Yeah. Columbus is a fun is a fun college campus though. Depends on who you ask. Does anybody else out there who's not Ohio State or Michigan fan have an opinion? Big Ten has great stadiums. Yeah, I could see that. As a Penn State fan, been to both. Big House is much better. Yeah, I would love to go to a Penn State game, but like, where the fuck do you stay? You know, do you like bring a tent and just camp out on like a farm? Buckeye slurper is about to blow a gasket. Yeah. Anyways, that's not good for Illinois. That's not good. This is kind of a tough schedule because even then, so after Ohio State, you get a bye. You play Washington at Washington, then you play Rutgers, then you get another bye. Then you end it with Maryland at home at Wisconsin Northwestern. There's hotels at Penn State. Yeah, I'd like to go to Michigan. I would. Penn State Amish now, dude. Happy Valley, like where is there? Is it like a town? I feel like it's not a town. I feel like you're the closest thing is like 3 hours from Pittsburgh. I don't know, man. This team might be 8-4. What's better, going to SEC or Big Ten game? I don't know. I haven't been to a lot of college football games. Just the state of Florida, Florida State, Florida. I've never been to a Miami game, and I've been to Notre Dame games. Yeah, State College is the town. It's a big ass town. State College is the town. What the fuck is Happy Valley? That's just the name of the stadium. Interesting. Memorial Stadium in Bloomington is the mecca of college football. Yes, I'm sure that's the case. No, man. Happy Valley is the nickname. The whole time Happy Valley is a nickname? That's a stupid ass nickname. That's what Happy Valley is? They nicknamed it Happy Valley? I don't like that nickname. You got me. If you're a college football program, that's why Penn State hasn't won shit. You nickname it Happy Valley. There's nothing to be happy about. That's the fucking Gerald McCoy named that for you. That's the softest shit I've ever heard. Because everyone is so happy there. Fuck that. That's why y'all ain't winning anything. Too fucking happy. Miserable Valley. Yeah. You know what? For that reason, I'm out. I'm out on Penn State. I'm out on Penn State. Out. Out. Telling me this whole fucking time they nickname where their fucking stadium is Happy Valley. I'm so mad. Depression Hollow. Yeah. Need this clip to send to my PSU friends. I'll clip it for you. I can't believe that. I would be irate if I was a Penn State fan. You nicknamed that area Happy Valley. So stupid. Anyways, listen, I like Luke Altmaier. He's a 6'2 senior, 205. They got the running back coming back. They got Colin Dixon coming back. He was a freshman last year. You know what I like about this team? They're returning their whole offensive line. The whole offensive line's coming back. Happy Valley is the South Bend of the East. Yeah. Talk to my ring is insane. Who said that? Who said that? It was named during the Great Depression, but yeah. Was it really? Or are you just saying that? Because that's like the only excuse that they could have to make it a little bit better. Everyone's depressed. Why don't we think of something to cheer everyone up? Hey, Happy Valley. Suck Nut said it. Dave Martinez is correct. All right. I guess I'll give him a little bit of a pass. I don't like that, though. I mean, it's a violent game. You need some like real mean shit, you know? Next up, the Corn Fuckers. Nebraska. Most valuable player, Dylan Ariola. Emerging star, Vincent Shavers Jr. Top newcomer, Dane Key. He's from Kentucky. Smooth operator for a guy with a 6'3" frame. Key will quickly become Dylan Raiola's top target. Raiola. I mean, I know he's not Ariola. He's Dylan Raiola. Dana Holgerson season. So wasn't Dana Holgerson there last year? He was, right? Yeah, he was the offensive coordinator. Josh Butler's the defensive coordinator. Matt Rule, again, 2 years, 13-13 record. This is, 12-13 record. This is such a Matt Rule in Nebraska thing. You know? Yeah, but he was the OC for the last 3 games. Oh, that's right. I'm a Dana Holgorsen guy. You know what Dana Holgorsen doesn't do? He doesn't name anything in his life Happy Valley. Yeah. God, that irritates the fuck out of me. 3 big questions for Nebraska. Now, before we do that, let's go see the betting odds real quick. By the way, I apologize. It's not the best stream today. I was not in the best frame of mind. We had a corp call here that ran a little late. Got a little frazzled, but I'm trying to do my best. Thanks for sticking with me. 7.5 wins, overs -140. Okay, overs -140. Not even going to look to make the playoff because Nebraska's not making the playoff. Yeah, year 3 at all of Rule's previous schools have a huge jump. Oh, okay. Okay, well, this is something to hang on to for sure. Nebraska over 7.5. One of my favorite futures, says Snowman. Okay, Snowman is a Big Ten guy. He's Indiana man, Indiana alum, smart dude. Take that for what it's worth. I will certainly not be fading. Well, Snowman, here are the 3 big questions. Can Nebraska find an extra red zone gear? The Huskers haven't thrown for double-digit touchdowns inside the opponent's 20-yard line since 2017. That's crazy. Dylan Raiola tossed 9 last season, but teams in the nation's top 20 tend to average 15 per season. He missed some big throws, but Raiola also needs more time to make plays. Question number 2. Will the defensive line reload or need to rebuild? Nebraska lost 2024 starters Ty Robinson, Nash Hutchmeyer, and Jamari Butler. Plus, top pass rusher James Williams. Jesus Christ. Yikes. Their replacements include Cam, Riley, blah, 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 blah. Could be terrific. NU needs them to grow up in a hurry. Okay. Yeah. The entire front 7, all new. But junior, senior, sophomore, senior. Okay. A little bit different. They're returning 2 safeties and a cornerback. And they're returning 3 of their offensive linemen. Center, right guard, right tackle. All new wide receivers. And a new tight end. Question number 3. Can Mike Eckler help the special teams? I'm not reading a special teams tidbit. I'll tell you that. Tell me what you like about Nebraska. Snowman. Raiola had a strong finish. A strong freshman season is poised for more. Key transfers. 2 newcomers. Cortez Mills seem better than last year's group. Okay, so what you're telling me is the offensive line suffused. I never seen that word in my life. Suffused? 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 The offensive line suffused? I've never seen this word. Jeez Louise. High profile transfer. Oh my God, they got Rocco Spindler? He's pretty good. Elijah Pritchard from Alabama. Wow. I'm not even just trying to say this like a homer, but you get a transfer from Notre Dame and Alabama. I mean, that's where you want your fucking offensive linemen to come from. Okay. Look at the schedule plus Raiola improvement with massive OC improvement. Rule year 3 is a thing. Okay, but I only have one pushback on the year 3 thing. Rule hasn't had a year 3 in the NIL transfer portal era. So like year 3 typically means, okay, a college head coach in year 3 has his guys, you know, but you get a lot of people that leave. You get a lot of turnover. For example, Para ejemplo, it just said they lost all their defensive linemen. Dijandani. Yeah, good point. Still, gotta like it. You know, gotta like it. They're playing Cincinnati week 1 in Kansas City. That fucking rules. That's the weekend of my wife's birthday. You think I should tell her? I should surprise her with a trip to Kansas City, Missouri. Okay. Not Kansas City, Kansas. Herbie Hancock. Then they go back home. They play Akron and Houston Christian. Oh, juggernaut. And then they they have 4 home games in a row. Good God. Akron, Houston Christian, Michigan, Michigan State. I have a max on Nebraska, and Rule's third year has nothing to do with it. I've seen nothing from Raiola to make me believe he's gonna take Nebraska to the next level besides looking like Mahomes. You know what? I got to tell you, that's a fair take. This is a fair take. It's a very fair take. You guys are loving this schedule. Hold on a minute. I gotta see what the love is. Where is the love? I don't know that I'm with you on this. And I don't want to be against Deej and Snowman. I'll tell you that right now. I ain't fading out just out of respect. Okay. But hold on a second. What do you love about this schedule? Opening up against Kansas in a neutral. I mean, I'm sorry, opening up against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a tough team. What's the spread on that? I mean, maybe they're a short favorite, but I mean, that's hard. There's 7. Who did you name besides Michigan? Cincy is ass this year? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Fine. Akron, Houston Christian, fine. Michigan, no bye week. Okay. So you travel, you come home, you play 2 home games, then you get Michigan, no bye week. Then you get a bye, then you get Michigan State. That will be 80-20 Nebraska fans. Okay. But then this is where it gets a little hard. I think. The next 6 weeks, they have 4 road games. At Maryland, at Minnesota. Look, I'm no Minnesota guy, but Northwestern at home after that, you can beat Northwestern at home. No bye week, then you got USC. No bye week, then you go at UCLA. Then you have a bye. Then you play at Penn State and Iowa at home. Well, here's my problem. What's up, DJ and Tristan Toledo? Good to see you. Here's my problem with this schedule. I think it's difficult opening up in a neutral to begin with against a team like Cincinnati. You come back, you get 2 cupcakes. Okay, so let's just say they beat Cincinnati. They're 3-0. You got to play Michigan at home. All right. Then you follow it up with Michigan State, which I don't think Michigan State's going to be that pathetic this year, right? So, okay, I'll tell you what the problem is. With their schedule. And keep in mind, I'm like just trying to play a little devil's advocate. I'm not like out on Nebraska. It's hard to get up after the week of a big opponent. Wouldn't you agree? So here's what concerns me, fellas. The game after Michigan, you're probably writing in as a win, right? You're probably writing in as a win against Michigan State. But what if you lose a really, really tough beat against Michigan? You have to get up the following week to get Aiden Childs and Michigan State to come in. I'm just saying that could be a little bit of a fucking. Oh, okay. Good call. Sorry. That's huge. Deej, they have a bye after Michigan. My bad. Huge. My bad. Okay. The other thing I was going to say that's hard is after Penn State, they play Iowa. After Penn State? Yikes. Michigan at home. First true test for, yeah. Okay. So how about this? Let's say they lose to Michigan, but you have the bye. You beat Michigan State. So 4-1. Then you go on the road to Maryland, Minnesota. Is it fair to say they'll split that? So far, I don't know why my voice got high pitched when I asked that question. 5-2. Then you get Northwestern at home, 6-2. Remaining games. Here you go. You're 6-2. Remaining games. You got to win 2 to get this over. USC at UCLA at Penn State, Iowa. I don't know if that's easy. Right? I don't know that that's easy. Going 2-2 against USC at home, at UCLA, at Penn State. I just hate that Iowa game. It's the week after. It's senior night at Penn State. No, I'm not high. Yeah, Penn State auto loss, right. So that's a loss. You got to beat USC. So basically, Deej, what do you think they do against UCLA and USC? Because if you go 2-0 there, you're good. They're going to likely hook one way or the other. Yeah. Oh, man. I see the potential for the 8 wins. I absolutely do. I see the potential. Big 12 review, maybe next week. I don't know. Maybe next week. UCLA is a win. USC is a toss-up. Okay. I'm very down on UCLA. I think that's a win on the road for Nebraska. Also big revenge. Okay. Hey, just wanted to let you know today is National BLT Day. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's impossible. Is it really? If it's National BLT Day, I'm actually going to be frustrated. I'm going to be annoyed. Why would what? You know what I hate? I hate nationals. Something's got to be a national something day every fucking day. It's such a like marketing ploy to be like, oh, you should just go buy something. I'm not falling for that shit. I already had a BLT the other day and they fucked it up. Goddamn hipsters putting avocado on my BLT and a fucking brioche bun. So annoyed that's how I ruined my BLT. I can't wait to gamble on Iowa this season. Yeah. Is it really? Holy shit. I'm pissed. Anyways, I respect your guys' take on Nebraska, but man, that's tough. I like Holgorsen. I like Raiola. All right. I'm going to take another piss because I housed a fucking cup of tea. Is BLT on today? Is BTL on today? Excuse me. Because if so, we're going to go a little late and I'm just going to run into well, I'll send you over to owner's box, but we can go a little later. All right. We're going to need the time. Sorry. I'm moving slow today. I got to piss. Again. Sorry. I'll give you back. Why do you have a basketball jersey on? Wilt's wearing a baseball glove. Well, it's not a basketball jersey. It's a Brett Phillips Rays jersey. I guess it is kind of a basketball jersey, but it's baseball. And I went to play catch. We have a softball. We have 2 gloves. And I went to throw the ball around with my wife. And then we had a little picnic. And then I was like, hey, I don't know if she took the picture, if I asked her to take the picture. And then I was like, oh, I look dumb. Let me post it on Twitter. Everybody can enjoy some laughs. All right, let's talk USC. Imagine being an aisle seat on a plane and Dejan has to get up every 19 minutes. Brother, that real life has happened. Real life. Yeah, real life. I feel bad. That's why I always try to get an aisle seat. Although we're going to Orlando on Thursday and I got middle, my wife got window. So there is somebody on the aisle seat next to me. I don't think we're going to get upgraded. We got Comfort Plus hoping to get upgraded because we finally have fucking status, but I don't think we're getting upgraded, which is unfortunate. It looks like first class is sold out. Okay. USC. Well, today it's a lot because I had a lot of water. I had 2 cups of coffee, and then I had just had a cup of tea. All right, that's what happens. That's what fucking happens. I don't know what else to tell you. All right, grow up. When you get older and when you drink a lot of fluids, you have to pee. Over 7.5 wins is minus 160. You piss more than your 5-foot wife? Yeah, of course. What kind of stupid question is that? No, you haven't missed Iowa. Yep, that's a lot of liquids on. Exactly. Thank you. IMNG finally fucking talking sense. Only drank water today. That's all right. That's good. Trojans 21-1. The Big Ten speaks to me, but fuck Lincoln. Interesting. Yeah. Did Steak just say, "Dude, this is insane"? What's insane? What's insane? I just housed a cup of tea. I'm done acknowledging anything you guys have to say in here right now because it's fucking hogwash. Here's what you need to know about the USC Trojans, okay? Here's what you need to know. Primary strengths. A bevy of potential breakout talent in the skill positions should see the USC offense return to Riley-coached team standards. At the end of spring training, Riley praised linemen on both sides of the line of scrimmage for improved play. Potential problems. While stacked at the top, depth will be a concern if issues impact the receivers. On defense, Lynn is starting year 3 at USC with a new look lineup. So we know USC. We know USC is they always have an offense. They never have a defense, right? I like Jaden Maeva. I like Jaden Maeva enough so much that I might even actually take him to win the Heisman. I think he's good. Lincoln Riley. It's a very together team. There's a genuine bond with these guys right now that's fun to see. They return 2 wide receivers, return their tight end, and they return 2 offensive linemen. They don't have much coming back on the defensive side of the ball. This is crazy. This transfer portal era. This is crazy. You don't see more than 4 returning starters on any team. Nuts. Any team, you know? Where do you guys stand with this top newcomer, running back Wayman Jordan Jr.? He rolled up 1,600 yards on 218 carries at Hutchinson College and scored 20 touchdowns. He got the NCAA equivalent of the Heisman Trophy. I'm assuming that's a JUCO guy, right? Like that's got to be a JUCO guy. So they have the JUCO Heisman running back. A lot of juniors, a lot of experienced guys. All juniors and seniors for the most part. Jordan Maeva is you know what I want to see? Jordan Maeva. I want to see Jordan Maeva's game log from last year. Game log. Let's see. Okay. So Jordan Maeva came in against Nebraska. He went 25 of 35, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. He did not play that well at UCLA. They got the win, but he was 19 of 35, 221 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Notre Dame, 27 of 49, 360, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And then Texas A&M, he was 22 of 39, 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. I like this guy. Does any of this really matter? Does anything matter? What matters to you in your life, Curdy Flirty? What the fuck matters to you? Does anything matter? Let me ask you that. How deep you want to get into this conversation? You probably, by the time I'm done with it, you're probably going to wish you didn't ask the fucking question. Huh? Steak, could you imagine trying to do MLB game in 60 seconds with a guy that takes 4 piss breaks? I don't know what the fuck to tell you. It's been 2 hours. I'm running solo. I had 2 cups of coffee and a fucking cup of tea. All right? Leave me alone. I'll tell you right now. I like this Jordan Maeva guy. What are his odds to win the fucking Heisman? I'm not taking USC to do much, though, because at the end of the day, Lincoln Riley is Lincoln Riley. They can't get a fucking defense. They got transfers out the ass. You're doing great, Unc. Thank you. Followed by a D-Gen is officially losing it. What do you want me to fucking tell you? I'm giving you stats on a guy that played quarterback last year to see if he's worth a shit. And I got Curdy Flirty in here asking me if anything matters. Winners is what matters. Get the fuck out of here, the wrong place, and you already know it. Dude, can we just play Hangman? No, we can't play Hangman. I'm trying to fucking dig over here. Oh, this is what I wanted to see. So this is the one thing to kind of keep in mind about USC. Oh, did I say Jordan? I'm sorry. Thank you, McKiffin. See, I appreciate people like McKiffin in here. That actually worth a shit. Fucking Curdy Flirty and Dig Dad just flying around like fucking gnats. Can we play Hangman? No. Sit in your fucking seat, buckle your seatbelt, and just go along for the ride. Jordan is the OL on the Eagle. Thank you. Anybody else like this guy? Am I on an island? Am I on Jordan Maeva Island? Nobody else likes Jordan Maeva? Heisman Trophy. Where's this guy? Where's Maeva? Raiola's 50-1. Maeva. Jaden Maeva, 66-1. Put me in on that. Do I have money in my Bet Online account? Hold on. I might have to put this bet in right now. Can't have the whales move it. Can't have the whales move it. Yeah. I'm not really in on Lincoln Riley, but I mean, if you're going to make a Heisman bet, that's probably what you want to do. The guy knows a thing or two about Heismans. Ladies and gentlemen, official play for me, okay? Curdy Flirty, I know I put you in timeout, but you wanted a winner. Here's a fucking winner, 66-1, okay? Jaden Maeva. I'll put $20 on that. Bitch. Done. In. Give me Jaden Maeva to win the Heisman. Let's walk through this schedule real quick, and then we're going to do Washington. Missouri State, Georgia Southern, 2 patty cake games. And then you get Purdue on the road. And then you get Michigan State. And then you go on the road to Illinois. Okay. Then you get a bye week and you host Michigan. After Michigan, you go to Notre Dame. Not an easy place to play, obviously. Then you get a bye week and you go at Nebraska. Then you play Northwestern at home, followed by Iowa at home. You go to Oregon, and then you play UCLA. Is this not an easy schedule? How many times I need to tell you, old man, it's Jeremiah Smith's Heisman year. If you think USC QB has a chance to win the Heisman, you might as well bet SC to win the Big Ten and go over the win total. We're talking about USC, DC bets. For the love of God, if there's one person that's paying attention, I would hope it's you. Does nobody like this schedule? I kind of like this schedule. I mean, road games are not easy. At Oregon, at Nebraska, at Notre Dame, at Illinois. And those are tough road games, but you can win at Purdue. You can fuck them up. I left for a second, had to take a piss, ironically. Yeah, that is ironic, isn't it? That is ironic. By the way, I forgot to tell you, but you know how I always get so much shit when I meet somebody? Well, I don't meet somebody, but I'm like, I forget someone's name, and they're like, they make a big stink about it. And I went out this past weekend to a friend's 40th birthday, and there was this guy there. I knew his name. I remember him from like years ago when I first moved to New York. He had like some big loft party that he threw, and it was cool. He's like friends of friends, you know what I mean? Like acquaintances, but I remembered his name. You know what? He didn't remember my name. And I said, hey, pal, that's okay. All right. Remember this moment. Because it's okay that you forget. All right. That's how I feel about you, DC. You got to go take a piss? Go take a piss. It's okay. You need to take one again in 7 minutes because you loaded up on fluids? Go take a piss again in 7 minutes. All right. Purdue will be much better in year 1 of Barry Odom. Interesting. I don't know, guys. 2 wins to start the year. At Purdue, 3 wins. Michigan State at home, 4 wins. At Illinois, toss-up. Michigan at home. I mean, I'm not going to be betting on USC, but where does that lie on Michigan's schedule? You know what I'm saying? No, that's a game they'll be ready for. Yeah. All I'm saying is you need 8 wins here. Over's minus 165. Don't normalize pissing this often. Yeah. At Illinois, Michigan, at Notre Dame. They're not beating Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Sorry. At Nebraska. Yeah, that's hard. Northwestern, Iowa, at Oregon and UCLA. So, okay. So First 2 weeks, Missouri State, Georgia Southern wins. At Purdue, win. Michigan State at home, win. How about this? At Illinois, Michigan at home, at Notre Dame, at Nebraska. Let's say they go 1-3. So that's 5-3. Northwestern, 6-3. So what you need to do is you need to go 2-1 against Iowa, Oregon, UCLA. Do you get what I'm saying? Notre Dame would fit so well in the Big Ten. I couldn't agree more, Prime Bets. I'm not one of those Notre Dame fans that thinks that likes being an independent. I did like, playing all the rivals. Stanford, Navy, USC, Michigan State. For that reason, I liked it. But now it's like, whatever. Also, get the fuck out of the ACC. Who cares about the ACC? Am I as high on Notre Dame as Javon is? How high is Javon on Notre Dame? I haven't heard his pitch yet. I don't know. I'm not low on Notre Dame. I'm not low. I just don't know anything about the CJ Carr guy. Like nothing. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm buying what Marcus Freeman is selling. How about that? Really? I don't know, man. He's a gunslinger. I haven't. You know what? Here's the thing. Like, and nothing against Javon, because I hope Javon's right, and Javon was very right when he had all the faith in the defense that year. I was kind of out on Notre Dame when he was in, but I think he was right, because I'm pretty sure they went over the win total because their defense was nasty. But I've always been suspect of their offensive playmakers, and we can never get a quarterback right. So it's like, I've gotten so excited. Do you guys even know who Dane Christ is? Like, I like Dane Christ. You probably had no idea who that is. I was so high on Dane Christ. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on Jeremiah Love. I love Jeremiah. I mean, I lost like $800 on that fucking guy's player props at the national championship. Yeah, that's fair. How about that schedule, though? At Miami and then Texas A&M. All right, listen, I'm going to tell you what. Kind of like the Trojans this year. I see 8 wins on this schedule. Yeah, you remember Drew Pine? Yeah, I mean, Tommy Reese. Come on. Ian Book. Never forget, we went to the fucking championship with Everett Golson. Okay. Malik Zaire. Javon likes Maryland. All right. Well, now we're on Washington. Okay. We're moving slow. You know what this is? You know what we're doing to the Big 12? You know what we're doing? We're having like nice, sweet, romantic, consensual, slow, missionary sex. That's what we're doing to the Big Ten right now. Okay. And I'm not even necessarily saying it's like by design or by choice. It's just how things transpired. We're taking our sweet fucking time. Okay. And maybe this is good for you. Maybe it's good for us. All right. We can slow down a little bit. But I'm taking my goddamn time. My laptop's about to fucking die. Yeah. I remember Gunnar Keel. Wow. Got to take time for looking into these teams. Sure do. Your wife just popped her head in the room. No, she's not here. I like Washington's QB. They also have a top 3 wide receiver in the Big Ten. So Washington is ranked 30th, according to this here magazine. Let's see what the odds makers have Washington. 7.5, the over is plus 110. Okay. Well, all these teams really have 7.5 win totals. You know, Illinois is tough. That minus 188 on the under kind of makes sense. IU also signed Keel. Hilarious. How about Zach Frazier? You guys remember that name? He went to Connecticut. Thought Zach Frazier was going to be good. I mean, I've been deep in the weeds in Notre Dame football for 20 years. Like, I'm actually like kind of not so in on it anymore, you know, because you get a little bit older. You still care, but you don't care quite as much. There's just so much turnover, you know. As a Washington State alum, contractually obligated to be out on Washington. Fair enough. Well, let's talk about it. God, I can't fucking see shit. I mean, this is so hard to read this. You know, this is tiny. Don't get old. Maybe I need even more carrots. The Huskies retained their 2 top skill players in Coleman and Boston, among the best at their positions in the Big Ten. Davis was a key portal addition, and he should thrive in Walter's scheme. Ryan Walters is the defensive coordinator. Jimmy Doherty. Did I say that right? Yeah. Damon Williams Jr. is the quarterback. They're returning 4 offenses. Yeah, I didn't get the PDF version. Honestly, man, I've never had this much of an issue. My eyes, I mean, just year over year staring at a screen, my vision's getting worse. I got to go get a vision test so I can renew my fucking license. I went to the DMV yesterday. That was a fun experience. Problems. Washington's offensive line is still a worry, even though Jed Fish, got you. Jed Fish invested in a top flight transfer, former Kansas State standout Carver Williams. He's adjusting to left tackle after spending the majority of his time with the Wildcats at right tackle. Huskies are expecting to feature true freshman John Mills and Champ something as part of their rotation. Yikes. Okay. They're returning 1 starter on defense. That's crazy. 1 defensive back. And they're going to rely on a freshman at left tackle. Yeah. Left guard, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. BK on tomorrow. Yeah, I got to double check, but I think so. Top newcomer is a transfer from Arizona, Takario Davis. Oh, you know what I wanted to mention about USC too? The way they ended their schedule, they really lost a lot of tight games. Lost to Penn State by 3, lost to Maryland by 4, lost to Washington by 5, lost to Notre Dame by 2 touchdowns, but that's Notre Dame. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of impressive by USC. Nobody's talking about it. I'm talking about it. That's why we do this. I'm talking about it right now. USC had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses last year, 5 by 1 possession. Lost by 3 to Michigan, lost by 7 to Minnesota. Weird game against Minnesota. Lost by 1 to Maryland. And they blew those games too. I think I'm in on USC, guys. Sorry. I think I'm in. Yeah, I kind of think I'm in. I think I'm in on USC. I didn't really hear anybody say they're in or out on USC. Washington, I don't really know. I mean, how can you get excited about a team like this? They have nobody coming back on defense. Look at the schedule. Jonah Coleman. That's their running back. Rashawn had one of the best springs of the team. He might have been the MVP of the spring. Jed Fish on DB Rashawn Clark. All right. Colorado State, UC Davis, at Washington State, Ohio State. There's 1 bye in there before Washington State. Then you got at Maryland, Rutgers, at Michigan, Illinois, at Wisconsin, Purdue, at UCLA, Oregon. I don't know. A lot of zigzag, no consecutive home games, no consecutive road games, I guess is kind of the trade-off. They have a bye after Illinois and before Wisconsin. I don't know. The schedule's not that intimidating. Ohio State at home, at Michigan, 2 losses. Oregon, 3rd loss. From there, it's Maryland, Illinois, right? Yeah. But do you see what I'm saying, though? Do you kind of see what I'm saying? If you need 8 wins, that means you can only allow for 3 losses. I'm sorry, 4 losses. So there's 3 losses. Ohio State, at Michigan, Oregon. So you can only have 1 more loss. The 1 loss could be at Maryland, Illinois, at Wisconsin, at UCLA. I don't think I like Washington. With all that inexperience, I mean, what do you guys think? And then we'll probably wrap it up here. Now it's 12:10. I do have to get going here pretty soon in about 10 minutes. We have to do Indiana and we have to do Iowa. We should take this. We should pick this up. We got more teams to do in the Big Ten. We have Minnesota. We have Wisconsin, UCLA. Let's pick this up tonight. I'm gonna keep reading it. So if you guys want to pick it up tonight, we'll do this tonight. We'll do a Spaces. We'll do a Big Ten Spaces. Let's do a Big Ten Spaces tonight. I don't know. Deej, you want to help us out with that? Finish with IU? Okay, fine. Fine. Need to have plenty of time to it. Snowman, though, I would love to hear what you have to say with IU. I would love to hear what you have to say. Why don't we do a Spaces? Let's do a Twitter Space tonight. Why not? That's what I think we should do. Yeah, I think we kind of need. What do you guys think? I say we need Snowman to talk IU. I think we should do a Space tonight on Twitter. Gelato says he's down. That's what I think we do. All right. Is Owner's Box live? They should be. I got to get going. Believe it or not, I have to pee again. Yeah, Owner's Box is live. I'm going to send you over to Owner's Box. Say what's up to those guys. I think I'll be on tomorrow or Thursday. I'm going to raid. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Snowman. 6 o'clock. How's that? 6 o'clock EST. Join the raid. Go say what's up to Owner's Box. Shoot the shit with our friendly Canadians. Say what's up. Thanks for hanging out. Not the best stream. Sorry, I was dragging ass. Not little. I got my head rocked before I got in here. Not physically, but you know what I mean. Thanks. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out and for the patience. Good luck on your wagers. Whatever you do in baseball. God bless. All right. Spaces tonight. We'll talk Big Ten. Snowman, please be in there. Deej, would love to have you. Anybody else in here? Bucknut, Snidesy, everybody else. See you guys later tonight. Peace.